What's up guys, welcome back to another video here on the channel, and the topic of today's video that I have for you guys is about some pretty disgusting and disturbing stuff, if I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I only thought Alabama was into fucking their own family members, but apparently not, right? Since this New York parent wants to marry their own adult child, yes, you heard that right, according to this New York Post article, a parent wants to marry their own child. Don't even come at me with this whole love is love crap, because this is just straight up creepy, and I'm honestly getting more and more anxious to keep on staying in New York. The taxes and rent prices are already so expensive, and then you have some dumb shit like this popping up every few weeks. At first it was school saying that it's offensive to use the terms mom and dad, and then you have this racist mom with black kids saying the n-word to some black dude, and now you have something like this coming out of New York as well, right? Just straight up incest. This whole thing just sounds like it came from some Game of Thrones episode. Like, I don't know if society is advancing or if it's regressing at this point, and I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if we see some more weird shit like this coming out in the future. So the whole story is that this parent is suing the state of New York for its anti-incest laws, and the person who wanted to sue the state of New York wanted to stay anonymous, which is a super smart move, because they would have gotten a lot of backlash in their personal life if their names were to be made public. Quote, the proposed spouses are adults, the filing says. The proposed spouses are biological parents and children. The proposed spouses are unable to procreate together. Well, they shouldn't even be together in the first place. And I think a better question to ask here is not what the names of the people involved are, but like, how did this situation even come up in the first place, right? Like, how did they even fall in love in the first place? The child in question has to have suffered some type or form of abuse earlier in their life for them to end up falling in love and marrying their own parent. Like, this would just end up making the parent a pedophile. And shouldn't this give enough evidence for the parent in question to be investigated? Because I think they should be classified as child abuse and even mental abuse. Like, the parent waited 18 whole years until their kid was an adult so they could pull some weird shit like this. And you're telling me that it was so hard for the child to find someone that is not your parent to ask out to a nice dinner and potential date? Like, I know the saying is there's plenty of fish in the sea, but I didn't think that would include your own parents as well. At this point, this parent should just be locked up to rot in a cell with the key thrown out as well. There's just so many things wrong with this whole relationship. But the article also goes on to state that the parent in this case, who hears wedding bells when looking at their own child, said they wanted to propose, but would sustain emotional harm if they did so while the current laws are in effect. So basically, they want to sue the state of New York for being sad and angry that they can't marry their own child when they look at them. Which is when I come in and say, you should probably want to check yourself into a psychiatric ward and get your head checked out before you go and sue the state of New York for something like this. Like, I think there have been studies done of situations like these where the parent has an unhealthy obsession with their child. I think they call it helicopter parenting, and then something like this happens. No normal functioning parent is going to fall in love with their own child and want to marry them. Like, there's reasons why incest is looked down upon in society. Incest usually tends to occur when one family member is the superior in a power dynamic. Think like a father or an older brother. And when that happens, it's pretty hard to consider sex to be truly consensual because of that said power dynamic. You don't know if the more powerful member is exploiting the more submissive member. Like, if the daughter doesn't agree to making love to the father, in her head, she might think that her dad won't love her anymore and whatnot. And then the second reason is that when you procreate within your family, the baby tends to come out as defective with severe health problems. And then there's also a third reason, right? A sexual relationship with either parent just destroys the relationship between the two people. You can have sex with as many people as you want in your personal life, but there's only going to be two people who you can treat as your mother and father. And I don't think there's any way that this parent and child couple ends up winning in court. And even if it does, I think there would be a lot of backlash for it. And by then, I would have lost all hope for humanity's future. But that wraps it up for this video. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you guys think it's weird or not? Hopefully, you guys do if you're normal. And let me know if you agreed or disagreed with anything that I've said. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you enjoyed the content, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure to watch my last video if you missed it. And also follow me on Twitter at Spolt if you guys want to keep up with me. And as always, guys, thank you all for watching. Peace out.